Сега давам думата на Хосе Антонио от Университета на Тончо от ДЕСТА, за да представи работата в техния университет.
Yeah, I was. So, good morning, everyone, ladies, gentlemen, and hope at the end of the day, all of us will become friends. So, I don't know if I am allowed to do in the way that we have prepared, because Eugene has asked us what was design thinking, and we have some hints here about design thinking. So, well, I'm Antonio Campos, as Eugenia has told you. Not this way, so I have to learn. Eugenia was telling you that we are immigrants in this digital world, so it's happening to me. So we are facing a digital transformation that is reshaping our society, our economy, and that is allowing new business models, as we say, in our domains of knowledge. Everything that can be digitalized is going digital. Everything, as Jose Luis tends to say, everything that can go wireless is going in that way. So information is spreading around us, and we are living on that. This is our context. In the same way, this transformation is changing the way in which consumers are behaving, are making decisions, and at the end of the day, they are buying new items, new services. So technology is on us, and another hint. Some companies are going from offering products to offer services. That's the case, for instance, of Rolls-Royce. Instead of selling engines, they are selling hours of use of those engines. And another hint is that we have been, I don't know if I can use here. We have been working on analytical thinking to solve the problems that we are facing, to satisfy the needs consumers and companies are having, and maybe that was our attempt, that was our concern, that was our objective. Maybe in these new days, design thinking could be the tool that help us in this new world that we are living in. So everyone, or a lot of people, tends to identify. We are missing here the company, I think, with IDEO. This is a famous consultancy firm based in California, and with several branches in different parts of the world. But before that, there is a history on design thinking, and it goes around these 5 steps, these 5 phases that Eugenia has shown you before. And the main, I would say, one of the most important insights that it can offer us, it is that it encourages us to think outside the box. What happens if, what could happen if, and that sort of questioning. So it goes through these 5 steps. In the first one, this one, empathize. We try to live with the customers, with the citizens, with the people that we are trying to work for. We try, there's an expression, we try to walk in their shoes, to feel like they feel. This is, sometimes we think of inspiration when we talk about art. Well, this would be our main inspiration, or main point of inspiration, without thinking of godness, or without thinking of some other magic tools. We can know the consumer, the customer, the company, the people, the citizens, because we live with them. We live like them. We suffer the same, we live the same life they are living. After that, we are able to define, to frame the problem. This is very important. If we don't know what we have to solve, we are producing a lot of different products or services, but that they won't be worthy for anyone. If we have a good definition of the problem or of the need, we can ideate some sort of solution. Well, a lot of them, we will filter them, and we'll go for a prototype with the means at our hands. So in this kind of mindset of philosophy, we do cheap, let's say in that way, prototypes, not bad ones, but cheap ones. We don't go for heavy investments without knowing that that kind of solution is going to work. And how do we know that that solution is going to work? Because we test it. This is not a linear process, not even, I think, circular. We go back and forward, and as here, we can be, while we are defining the problem, we can be learning a bit more, because we make here some questions that need some answers, but not from us, but from the potential customers or the people who are suffering the need we are trying to solve. And when we are in the ideation process, we learn a lot after the testing. So we come up with some new solutions, new potential solutions, or new features for our solutions during the test or after the test. So this is an iterative process. We tend to place the phases in this way, but they are not occurring in a linear form. Well, we try to embrace our project in the same way that we are advising to do so in the case of new digital and social solutions. So we try to use the same thinking to develop our project. We learn from companies, from students, and from colleagues which were the competences, from companies which were the competences they were asking for, people they were trying to hire in the main domain of ICT. From colleagues, we talk about competences and ways of teaching, and from students, how they want to learn. Then we arrange some sort of definition, taking into account those insights and, of course, with the main objectives of the project, because we were funded by the European Commission, because we were trying to achieve some objectives. Then we went into the ideation phase, and well, we arranged in a process of producing different kind of pieces of the syllabus and learning materials and techniques, and then we build up a prototype that we test, and mainly I will be talking with Jose Luis about the pilots in our case. And this prototype was enriched in some of our previous meetings in Fano, and of course with the discussion of all the members of the consortium. So we from September from September to May, we arranged 5 pilots, 3 in master degrees in the business school, 1 degree of bachelor in industrial organization in the Faculty of Engineering, and another master degree, and another in a master degree in the master in telecommunications. As you can see, here we have different degrees, different backgrounds, and different length of the courses. Here, nearly, again, 2 European credits, here 6, and here 3. The master's degrees were a master in advanced marketing, another one in competitiveness and innovation, another one in international business, these 3 ones in the business school, and the master in telecommunications engineering. These 2 in English, this another 2 in Spanish, all of them with students from different countries, mainly from Spain, but from European Union, but some of them from Mongolia or from South America. Another issue. We embedded the pilots in different subjects. I don't know if you're familiar, all of you, I suppose so, with the so-called Bologna process. That kind of process is making everything standardized, and so we cannot create a new subject from scratch without the permission of the ANECA, the Agency for Quality in Tertiary Education. So we embedded those pilots in different subjects in those different masters or bachelor degrees. So we cannot, sometimes we didn't have the opportunity to work on all the competences, and most of the times, let's say, the results can be affected because they were in cohabitation, or they were performing with some other materials, techniques, and of course competences. In the case of the Deusto Business School, the master's degrees in the Deusto Business School, we can say, well, in all the cases, that the students enjoyed a lot the design thinking approach to solve needs, to tackle problems. Maybe because they want to make things, they want to get onto a job and spirit in action. All the final assignments, there was a final assignment, all the final assignment had a digital component, and they were quite innovative solutions, but in our case, this was mandatory. We asked them well, we explained them that we were aiming this kind of course to foster innovation or innovative digital and social solutions. So the emphasizing phase, we could say that it was well understood. I think that all of the students understood the concept and the way of doing this, but maybe because of the time, because in the bachelor degree that we have more time, this was better achieved. Maybe because of that, maybe because they feel quite secure that they know what they are dealing with. But in the final assignments, in our case, they didn't show this that much. Again, problem definition was well understood, but our students tend to go to the ideation phase without framing deeply the question or a bunch of questions that could help defining the problem, and so creating better potential solutions. Then, that happened when they were not coping with problems that affected them directly. If they were working on problems that they were suffering, this problem defining phase was quite well achieved. Then creativity. Creativity, we can say that was well performed. They tend to be quite creative, so I don't think this is quite a problem. It could be just the contrary. They are quite creative, but they are not aware of the feasibility of those new solution artifacts that they are creating. So they can go very deep, but they are not aware if those creative solutions will be doable or achievable or not. We did a lot of, we did quite a good prototyping session. You will see some pictures afterwards, because we work on the shopping cart. That is one of the projects of the famous project of Idea Consultancy, and there is a wonderful set of videos on YouTube, and we can check their proposals, their way of doing the shopping cart, and the solution provided by IDEO when they devised that one. We had no testing, no real testing. In our case, there was a final session presenting the proposals, let's say the prototypes, and there was feedback from different professors and from the rest of the members of the group. So this is not real testing, but this was very helpful to realize that some of the previous phases have to be done in a deeper way that it was. We have been working with business model canvas, and although we didn't thought in this way, the business model canvas helped the students getting a better definition of the problem and the prototype and the ideation for the prototype. That is because we were discussing the value proposition block in a very deep way, and so it helped them to achieve those two phases in a better way. And although they had to spend in these cases about 20 hours of personal work, 5 minutes. They didn't go real. They keep on searching the web and discussing among them, but they didn't go that real. So they improved the way of doing interviews and getting insight from the consumer, but mainly from the theoretical way. They understand how to define and reframe problems, but I think that they should go deeper. They were able to try and develop and retry with the proposals that they presented us. Well, basically, as I have told you, they were students from different places of the world, so they are accustomed to that. And as they were students, they don't have to improve others in the company. So the methodology is well appreciated. They don't like to read a lot, although the students in the Master in Competitiveness and Innovation, that most of them want to begin a career in research, they like it. Workshops, discussions, videos and pictures are very well appreciated. What to do and how to do digital innovation, I would say, is inside them. They are digital, so it's not a problem to find some kind of solutions related to or enhanced with digital features. We need more time. The field research project needs a lot of work from the tutor, from the teachers, from the coach. And as they are not, they didn't engage any of these masters to launch a company, well, this may be an ambitious goal. But those students from marketing, or those who were doing the master in advanced marketing, I would say that they perform better, maybe because it is very related to new product development and so on and so forth. So here you have the students facing of trying to find some areas of opportunity, because we give them some free opportunities to do so. Here they are designing the shopping cart. You can see here some, well, an iPad to enhance those kind of, even here you cannot, but when they explained it to us, there were digital features, and here you have all the final assignments where all of them all of them were APPs, 1, 2, 3, and 4, dealing with different sectors and different kind of products. We did this, you have some other materials here, even in social sector. We did this in the Faculty of Engineering, and as I have to finish, I would say that maybe because they were younger, maybe because they were, we had more time with them. The pilot, I would say, was quite good in the case of the bachelor degree in organizational engineering. The empathy, maybe because we learned more, the empathy phase was better achieved. The definition of the problem was better achieved, and so they did perform better in their way of achieving these digital innovations for the new world using design thinking. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Tonto. Забравих да спомена, че Този предмет и изобщо обучението в Унибит магистърска програма се поддържа в магистърската програма по технологично предприемачество и иновации в информационните технологии.